quick saying 85 million naira can't buy you anything meaningful in Lagos anymore. I actually disagree, because if you have 85 million naira today, you can still position yourself in Lagos in 3 different ways. You can buy land with serious appreciation potential. You can hold a 4-bedroom bungalow in one of Lagos' fastest growing corridor, or you can put the money in an investment structure designed to generate more than 30 million naira a year. And the interesting part is this: I personally will not choose the option you might expect. Let me show you why. First, let's be real. Before we get into 3 options, let me be completely honest with you. 85 million naira in Lagos today is not a kind of money where you just walk into an established neighborhood and pick up a beautiful duplex with a swimming pool. No. And if you are looking for a decent plot in some of the already established high sought after estates, your 85 million naira may not go as far as you think. Yes, but that doesn't mean the money can position you very well. It simply means you have to understand when Lagos is moving to next, rather than only looking at where is already expensive. And that brings us to option number 1, which is buy multiple plots of land in Keybridge. Your 85 million naira can buy you a multiple plot in Keybridge. Let's look at it. So if your primary goal is capital appreciation, this option will seriously consider. With about 85 million naira, depending on the specific opportunity and correct pricing, you can position yourself in multiple plots of land around Elerongbe, Keybridge axis. And here is why I find this interesting. Keybridge is no longer just a place people talk about as the future. A lot of the infrastructure, economic activities that has been driving attention to the corridor is already there. You have Lekki International Airport, you have Dangote Refinery, Pan Atlantic University, major development, and several emerging estates. As more people work, invest, and do business around this economic center, the need for housing, commercial activities, and supporting infrastructure grows. And that is how this corridor developed. And so when you are buying land, you are not necessarily looking for what the area worth today. You are looking at what could be worth when development catches up with the land. And now, another thing I like about this particular location, this particular type of opportunity, is the payment structure. You may not necessarily have to bring entire 85 million naira once. For example, with a 5 million naira initial deposit, the balance can be spread over a year, subject to the specific estate payment terms. And the title, the opportunity I'm referring to, comes with a global CFO, so you have nothing to worry about. Please don't hear global CFO and stop doing the due diligence. Always verify the title, survey, ownership, developer, and everything related to document before committing your money. Because the biggest mistake people make in real estate is believing that a good location automatically means a good investment. The land still has to be properly verified, but if your objective is capital appreciation and you are prepared to give investment time to grow, this is a very interesting strategy. Which takes us to number 2, which is a 4-bedroom bungalow in the same Keybridge. And so let's say you are not interested in buying land or waiting several years before you start getting any benefit from it. Maybe you want something you can eventually live in, or perhaps you want an asset that can generate rental income. Then option number 2 may make more sense for you. We are talking about a 4-bedroom bungalow in Keybridge houses with a off-plan structure that allows you to spread your payments. Again, you can start with around 5 million naira with the balance spread over a year, depending on the project payment terms. Now, why will I consider this? Because one of the biggest advantage of buying early in growing corridor is that you are not only buying the building, you are buying into the growth of the location. Think about it. As more industry, businesses, economics activities coming into an area, people need somewhere to live. The expectation is that once the development is completed, you have an actual house that can potentially be used, occupied, or rented out. So if your goal is rental income, future personal use, or owning a completed residential asset, this could be more suitable for you than option one. But here is important difference. Option one is primarily about land appreciation. Option two combine the property itself with the potential for rental income and capital appreciation. Worker needs home, family needs home, investor need rental properties, and businesses need supporting community around them. That is why early settlements around rapid developing economic corridor can become a very valuable over time. And because this is an off-plan project, the strategy is different from simply buying raw land. And then we have number three option, which is the put the 85 million naira to work for you. Now, this is for the individual who doesn't want to buy land, doesn't want to build, and doesn't want to manage tenants. Yes, and doesn't want to be running around Lagos checking whether somebody has started construction on their property or not. You simply want your money to work for you. There are investment structure where money can be invested into an ongoing project on the agreed terms and returns. For the particular package I'm referring to, an 85 million naira investment could potentially generate over 30 million naira in annual return based on the agreed terms and structure. Now, let me pause here because this is important. I'm not saying give somebody 85 million naira, they will magically give you 30 million naira every year.
For example, it could appeal to a diaspora investor who doesn't want stress of managing property from abroad. It could appeal to someone looking for a more hands-off investment, or even someone who wants a structured income stream rather than waiting several years for land appreciation. But there is a little trade-off. Your money is tied to underlying projects and investment agreement, so you need to understand the risk before you invest. Now, which one will I choose? Here is the question. If you gave me 85 million naira and told me to choose between these three options, which one will I take? Personally, I will lean towards option one, the land. And here is my reason. I'm a real estate person. I understand the land in the right location can give you something very powerful. I can buy the land today, allow the surrounding area to develop, allow infrastructure and economic activity to increase in demand, and when their area becomes significantly more developed, I can decide what to do with my land. I could build, I could sell, I could develop. I could potentially partner with some developer through a joint venture. So I'm not only looking at what the land is worth today, I'm looking at what I can potentially do with it when the location finally developed. That doesn't mean option one is automatically the best for everyone. If you need rental income, option two may make more sense. If you want a more hands-off investment structure and understand the associated risk, option three may be more suitable. The best investment is not necessarily the one with highest return. It is the one that matches what you are trying to achieve.
The actual lesson I want you to take out of this video is, don't ask me what 85 million naira can buy. Ask me, what do I want my 85 million naira to do for me? Do you want capital appreciation? Do you want rental income? Or do you want cash flow without managing a physical property? Because the answer to those questions changes what I would recommend to you. This also applies whether you buy 10 million, 30 million, or 50 million naira property. Your budget alone does not determine the right investment. Your objective does. So if you are looking to invest in Lagos and your budget is different from the 85 million naira we talk about today, that's completely fine. Send me two things: your budget and what you are trying to achieve. So just tell me, I'm looking for capital appreciation, or you're looking for rental income, or I simply want my money to work for me. I will tell you what realistically available around your budget right now. And if your budget is not enough for what you want, I'm not going to force you into a property you shouldn't buy, because sometimes the best real estate advice is not buy this property. Sometimes it's not yet time to buy the property. If you find this video useful, subscribe to this channel, because I'll be breaking down more real estate opportunity, location and investment strategy across the Lagos. And remember, don't just buy the property, understand what your money is supposed to achieve. So I remain Abolaji, your genuine property advisor in Lagos. I will see you on my next video.